Welcome back, family. Welcome to the Reiki Healing Hope community, a place to heal, relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom in or bloom. I am Jessica, Reiki Master and Intuitive, and today we have a special healing session to pluck away pain. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show, be yourself, be happy. You got this. Okay. If you're new to the community, subscribe, let your girl know she's loved. And for those who are interested in becoming attuned to Reiki level 2, there's more information in the description box. But let's go ahead and get started. So, the past can come up in obvious and in mysterious ways. But when it does come up, sometimes it feels like anxiety, feels like depression, feels like nervousness, feels like moodiness. But really it's just coming up to come out. And when you don't settle things, traumas in the moment, and you just kind of let them dig deep, they come up later and they come up worse, to the point where you have to medicate, or you just feel so overwhelmed by things that you wish that you didn't feel so overwhelmed by. So now we're just going to pick away and move them. Let them go on to their next evolutionary path. Don't allow them to impact you any longer. Don't allow them to take up your time. So let's go back to childhood. What were the things that came up? You don't have to feel it. Just let the knowing be in front, and pull it away and send it on. It no longer exists. In fact, the present moment is the only moment that exists. So technically, it never happened. It doesn't exist anymore. You have such beauty and strength in all that you have made it through. So celebrate that and own it. You know, you might have a handful of great things you've done and a fingerful of just tough times, or times that feel heavier than really what it is. Maybe it's one thing that happened, but it's consumed so much of your life. Regardless, remember this, the great stuff. That's really what matters. I think sometimes people don't want to be thrown off guard, so they try to be pessimistic instead of being optimistic, so that they're never thrown off. But instead, I would say, wouldn't you rather be enjoying life in the meantime, as opposed to just feeling uncomfortable? I think so. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not just enjoy life as it is, without the need to make it harder than it needs to be, you know? You feel me? You feel me? Okay. So much love, family. Now, when you became a teenager, were there any experiences that you want to remove? Okay. Okay. Let me get all of them. We're not leaving nothing behind. Okay. Removing, letting them move on to their next evolutionary path to teach us the wisdom, but not the suffering. There's so many beautiful lessons and challenges, but the problem is the suffering that comes from the deep fear that a challenge creates. Relax. Relax. Now, let's go into adulthood. Is there something you want to let go? Maybe it was career, business-wise, and you just want to move on. Whatever that is, bring it up and let it be removed on to its next evolutionary path for the greatest good, the greatest forgiveness. Honestly, not even forgiveness, the greatest empowerment. That you are so strong, the only thing holding you back is you. The self-imprisonment, the feeling of not being worthy, so you imprison yourself when you have the key right in front of you. And you deserve the key. Low self-esteem often comes from it being mirrored around people or scenarios around you to the point where you think that that is the norm, when really it's just what you learned. And really feel empowered to learn something new. You can be an old dog learning new tricks. Learn a new thing. And that is to feel so good about yourself that you do everything for your greatest good. Everything for your self-care and your emotional balance. And never double check. Giving yourself permission to live the happiest, highest life possible. And let me give you some advice. When you start doing that, especially during that transition period of having to just learn a new way of doing things, some people will show up in your life and be so loving. Some people will move out of your life kicking and screaming or just quietly. Some people will just be quiet. There's going to be a lot of shifts, but as you change, don't expect everything else to remain the same. Because sometimes people imagine their life changing and they change and everything stays the same. No, when you change, you cause a complete ripple among those around you, and they change too. So be open to everything changing, including yourself. It's the only consistency in life. Change, change, change. Change, change, change. Okay. So just going over your entire experience, your entire life, and your future, to let go of any of that karmic path. Karmic past is taking up too much space. Now, let's go over previous lives, incarnations, and experiences. Generational curses, generational legacies. Moving that on, making that energy balanced. Allowing your soul contracts to be as balanced as possible. And freeing yourself. Releasing toxic loyalties to lineages because you just feel like you wanted to be compassionate in a way that really isn't for your highest vibrational good. It's okay, you're learning and you're expanding. No worries. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Release. Relax. Release, 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 relax. I'm so proud of you. Now let's empower your future so that there are no gates in front of you, no limiting self-beliefs, no nothing, okay? No nothing except for the clear path that you want, because you have all these gifts you need to do, all these wonderful challenges that you're going to learn so much from a soul level, but you gotta get to moving. So opening that up and removing any perceived future pain. That's not going to impact you. Sometimes things are boring. That's fine. You know, most of life is building something or doing something. Like when you're practicing something new, there are certain times where things are just literally boring. But that's not pain. That's literally just boredom. So don't make something bigger than it needs to be. Okay. The future is an open road for you to travel forward with all of the wisdom from the past, but none of the baggage or the suffering. Continue or start or reignite those gifts that you've been put here in this incarnation of you to fulfill. Get all this other stuff out the way and live it out, because you deserve the highest energy and the highest love always, always, always. Okay, family, I hope you enjoyed our session today. You were pain-free. And not only are things energetically painful, but for those actual physical pain ailments, taking the moment to removing and letting those go as well, releasing, letting the sensation of it go is so important as you make it through your healing treatment for whatever that physical pain is. Okay. So, family, so happy for you. Let the past go. Reignite your future. And if no one has said it, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Don't touch your face. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds and be sweet to yourself. I love you, love you, love you, love you. Cannot wait until the next time.